Hear me out. What if we withhold sex? I'm not kidding. What if we use our most powerful protesting option and withhold sex from penises until this is made right?
First off, she's holding a wine glass. A mega pint size wine glass.
She's from the Johnny Depp School of Drinking.
Welcome to the TIP Network, where we help you level up self-improvement.
With a little sprinkle of sarcasm.
Yep. And she looked like... Okay, I'm not going to go there.
Tip reacts. Okay.
I was going to say, she's a off-brand Amber Heard.
Yeah,
she's trying to destroy men's lives.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, so, I mean, it's a very interesting concept. I guess they're talking about a kitty strike and saying that, she
withholding
said
the kitty?
withhold sex from all penises.
To produce no kitties.
Yeah, and so, which is interesting enough because that's pretty much, I mean, if you don't want to have, I guess this is considering the huge abortion debate that's going on in the country. Rather what side you fall on it, I can tell you this, that if you withhold sex from penises, there will be no need for any abortions.
It's a clever protest because a sex strike removes the controversy entirely because you don't need abortions, right?
If we can't have our abortions, then we're not going to hook up. Okay, so you've connected the dots here. Unprotected sex leads to possible pregnancy. If I don't want to have pregnancy, then I won't have the unprotected sex. So, I mean, win-win?
Hey, we'll actually get a lot more done in society if we were to withhold sex, right? Because then these guys can go chasing after their purpose and actually build something of value, make themselves more of value, and then have more of the leverage power in their hands and really pick the
So are you pro kitty strike? Or?
I am pro kitty strike.
Because in order to be a high value man, you must exercise. Sexual discipline is one of the most critical areas to where men who could be high value have ruined themselves. When you're a single man, you need to be spending 93% or more of your time on your purpose. 7% for women. Men who are undisciplined, who are reckless, are bad for business.
These guys get better, and then now they can pick out what girl they want to be with because they have more power over it, more leverage. I'm for it.
There's below average guy, above average guy, high value. Do you think all four of those men should have the same options? If you do, carry your ass to a socialist country. This is a meritocracy. The higher up you go, the more options you should have. Put it up and get to French toast work.
I would tell you, my wife ain't holding out.
She ain't holding out.
Yeah.
And then you got to get a lot of women try to agree with it too.
Well, here's the thing. When I say, so what? You talking about married couples? Well, I said they just got married. The couple just got married last week. This comes out. Should she, on her first 6 months of wedding marriage, just hold out? How about people who want to get pregnant? Should just no sex at all? How about people who it's their 10-year anniversary, no sex then? It kind of seems one-sided. And what it seems is a very highbrow liberal concept that has no setting in reality, no chance of working, and it's just one of these hashtags that people want to start.
And it's assuming that all women are going to fall in line with the plan.
To do nothing. Yeah. And here's the thing, I kind of find it funny, but it is your body and your right not to have sex if that's what you want. But I don't think, I think that especially, well, of course, this woman, I mean, nobody's trying to screw her anyway.
How you know that?
Because she looks like a great value Amber Heard, dude. That's why.
I bet you someone's trying to get it in.
Yeah, someone is, and guess what she's doing? What? She's letting up.
She's letting up.
So
you telling me she'd spread it wide open for Chad?
If Chad were chatting to the Chad, she busts it open for him, dude. She'd be like,
dive off the high board, right into that.
What is she talking about, dude? She'd be like, I can make it clap. She's sitting here acting like if the right dude comes along, she's not going to give him butt. She's going to give him all the bootay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, with that wine glass she's drinking, most likely the guy, you got to have second thoughts, right? Because in this day and age.
Well, I mean, you can. She reminds me of the kind of person that she would break the kitty strike and then go, oh, I didn't mean to do it because I was desperate, I was horny, and it's his fault.
Mm-hmm. Everything is back to you. Everything back to your fault.
But here's the thing, and I think that this next clip is going to be really good about the discussion.
Guys, it's all your fault. Remember this. It's always going to be your fault. If the more you can accept the fact that it's your fault,
The better off you'll be.
The better off you'll be. The
So-
better off you can prepare for the worst. And do your best. All right? That's my motivational message there, or inspirational message.
All right, so let's see what the great comedian Andrew Schulz has to say about this topic.
The
Now,
special
of course,
on 7/17.
yes,
Infamous.
and I think everybody should support it. You should support comedy because it's one of the last places of free speech in this nation, and it's probably going to make people upset. So I really want to play it. So here we go.
I just want to let y'all know right now, ladies, I am with you. I think it's your body, your choice. I agree with you on that. I agree with you when you say that men should have no say in the decisions you make with your bodies. Those are your decisions to make and yours alone. And I feel that way because at the end of the day, when we all go up to heaven and God's like, why were y'all killing babies? We're going to be like, y'all. I think they were very clear whose decision this was, God. Looks like you need to pay for your sins, babe. Even though I paid for your sins. Come on, y'all. Chivalry ain't dead till that baby is. You know the rules.
But this is what I'm trying to say. It's your fault anyway. You pay for it, so now you're complicit to.
So here's what I've always said this, right? I've been told my entire life that I have absolutely no decision. Roe versus Wade was actually decided the year I was born. So for 48 years, I've been told that I have absolutely no decision of what a woman does with her body, and I've accepted that. I've said 100% it's your body, your choice. But now I'm told that this, even though that everybody on the opposite side of Roe versus Wade has said that they want to take this away for your entire life. They've been against it, and they said that they're going to do it. When it actually happens, now I'm told that a law or something that I have no control over, I need to go fight for it. And then,
But you should fight for it.
Yeah.
You are part of the oppressed group.
no, I'm not part of the oppressed group because it's not my right. It's not my right, and this is, and I tell, and then people say the insane things to me like, well, you know, the civil rights unit. A lot of people fought for civil rights. I said, no, people fought for civil rights after black people sat at lunch tables and got their heads split open. After people were brave enough to go to integrated schools,
Sounds
to
like
get,
using some sign language
to get
right there.
threatened, right? And after like literally Emmett Till, his mom had an open casket and they seen the horrors of it. So when people, you have to have skin in the game. And so I had somebody and I got into a little debate with someone, right? I'm not going to say their name because they're a friend of yours. Okay. And I said like, hey, you know, this person suggested that like certain festivals or certain things, they like pride festivals, they should all turn into like Roe versus Wade mass demonstration. And I said, guess what? Demonstrating in San Francisco, Chicago, Sacramento, it doesn't make a difference. It's stupid.
Why is that?
Because your rights are already guaranteed here, the rights that you want. If you really want skin in the game, take your butt down to Alabama and demonstrate. Act like the Freedom Riders.
Go down to the Bible Belt.
And go down to the Bible Belt, and then you'll realize that you have, first of all, you don't have the balls to do it. You're just talking. You just want a hashtag. But the biggest thing I got to say about this is that you've never had a conversation with someone from that part of the country to really find out why they feel this way. You've just assumed that they have to feel the way you do, and you don't even respect them. What if it's a religious thing? Does their freedom of religion come into play?
Wait, one thing is I was on Quora and I was watching or reading through, scrolling through, and came to this clip. Hopefully I can put the clip right here with a blonde lady. She was probably about in her 20s or so, like mid-20s, late 20s, and she says that, and she's for giving people the freedom of choice of whatever they want to do with their bodies. But she says that now, since it's overturned, she's like, wait a second, we gave you guys a decision to do what you were doing, basically in times of where there is incest, there's rape, there's all these other atrocities that could happen when you're in that particular situation where you need to have an abortion. But she said, what we gave you was an inch and you took a mile.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting, and this is something that I really say about that. There's not one person that I know from the Bible Belt, from my family, that thinks in the case of incest or rape, incest or grape, and you're gonna have to, sorry, that you should not have access to this medical procedure, right? I
think it's almost a universal, almost a universal thing.
The poll
in America,
the Gallup poll
United
was
States.
like. The Gallup poll at its peak was 75%, at its lowest was 68%. So it's pretty much great, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The second thing I would say is that if someone's life is in danger or the fetus itself is non-viable, I don't know many people who say you should have to bring that fetus to term. right? So I just don't know. But this is the thing that I do know. A lot of people give this false narrative, and it was actually a Brookings Institute search, and that poll that they say the false narrative that that these abortions were happening with lower class folks that they can't afford kids, but
lower on the socioeconomic ladder, making less money.
But people under $17,000 a year only have abortions 8.4% of the time.
Okay.
And people and people making 47,000 and up have abortions 30% of the time.
So 47,000 is about the average.
It's about the
around United
average.
States.
So basically people below the poverty line have less abortions than people who are living above the poverty line. So it's not a social economic thing. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
And
What's the average numbers of abortions that women get?
Well, it's in the nation, it's about 30% that they say women have had abortion. And I actually believe in the right of privacy, and I believe that if you don't need to come forth and say it, you shouldn't have to walk around with like a scarlet letter on your head or something like that, or something ridiculous. I actually believe in that. I actually believe in you're right, but this is something I'm going to say, and I'm going to say this to women, and I don't care if you get upset at me, because this is just truth, it's facts. You make 68% of the voting electorate at times, 60 on the low end, 68 on the high end, meaning that women vote more than men. So you have the power. You have the voting power in this country. But what you've done is you've taken your eye off the ball, and you said, all right, this is right, we have this, and you wanted to argue over stupid stuff.
Like,
we've argued over feminism. When we've taken feminism so far that now we're arguing over gender pronouns when these rights that you really value are here.
it's kind of like a good thing for Amber Heard too.
Yeah.
So like dismantle that process and bring the correction back in the middle of alignment, right?
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is that if we're arguing over things that really, we're arguing over like things that really doesn't affect everyone's life, but this is going to affect literally a great portion of American women's lives, then they should put their voting power together and they should vote for it. And they should voice their opinion. And if they're not going to do it, then we should ask ourselves why certain parts of the country, why Mississippi always votes Republican.
It's a male
when we know
patriarchy.
that, even though more women vote there than men, more women vote in Tennessee than men. More women vote.
I already know the
all
answer.
these
It's
places than men.
because the men make the women vote that way.
I guess.
I already know that's
it has to be the answer.
That's usually going to be the argument.
But the argument
So,
is that
moving the goalpost.
Yeah, instead of moving the goalposts, you have to honestly say, and I'll cut it off right here. Maybe everyone doesn't think about you, and maybe you people in California and New York should have conversations with people from the South and find out how they feel. Because I know a lot of people in the Bible Belt find this a sin, and they have their freedom of religion.
I like it.
Yeah.
So men, remember, you can't. These women are be abdicating responsibility when they go and do this procedure. So you gotta be wary, where just in case you might get yourself in trouble one day when you're shooting up the club, and find yourself complicit to murder.
What? Jesus Christ!
All right, I'm just trying to be like safe here. I'm telling you, fellas, you gotta pull out. All right, strap it on. Right? You gotta do what you can. Otherwise, they're gonna rope you in and charge you with something. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be manslaughter or some crap like that.
You are sick today. You guys, like, it's gonna.
You don't think
I gotta say to Alabama, Judge, we have Buford D. Pusser over here, and this man is a mass murderer. He's a mass murderer. He flew women from Tennessee and Alabama all the way to California.
He went and tore around all the country, knocked a bunch of these women.
He even asked him, he walked up to him, we have proof, we will show proof in the court today that he walked up to him and said, baby, if you let me shoot the club up, I will buy you a plane ticket.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
We must fight for justice. Is that what they're going to do then?
Yeah, that's what I believe that's going to happen.
Okay,
because this is when you push the envelope so far, eventually
absurd.
the
It's
absurdities
absurdity.
turn into
Yes.
reality.
And really, what really needs to happen is that if you really feel this way, you need to go vote. You need to vote the way you feel, and you need to let the democratic process play itself out. If you don't want to participate in this democratic process, then shut up.
And usually it comes down to the states, right? So
I mean, we have to understand that if California feels this way, and people in California, I don't know why people in California are even upset. You've lost no rights. You've lost no rights. So you're fighting for somebody's right in Alabama that you refuse to go to Alabama and have a conversation with people to find out if they actually want those rights. You refuse to talk to someone in New Mexico. You refuse to talk to people in these states to really find out if they really feel this passionately about their rights. Or do they think that maybe this right on a hierarchy of rights to them, maybe maybe fourth or fifth. And they may value other things. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, what people really value right now is the ability to take care of their families.
Yep.
Because with a looming recession, with
We are in a recession already.
with inflation,
Yeah.
that's what they're talking about. And also, the kitty strike is absolutely ridiculous because we all know Chatworth Chattington and Chad.
Yeah, she's opening up.
Or Tyrone
busting open
comes
like she was
through,
on OnlyFans.
or a Chang comes through. a Chang comes through. They're gonna bust it open.
Don't need no wine cup either.
They don't
To
need no
loosen her
wine
up.
cup.
She's gonna do it all by herself. Just do whatever she wants to do.
So the last clip I got here.
Oh, we still got one more.
One more clip, dude.
Jeez.
The last clip. It is just a couple of various clips from Fox News, which they're actually talking about.
Look at Laura Ingraham. She looks so happy to be announcing this too.
Laura Ingraham.
Laura Ingraham.
It's time for our Seen and Unseen segment. We explore the cultural stories of the day, and for that we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. Female abortion activists have started what they're calling is a sex strike movement.
That is correct. They're refusing to have sex until abortion rights are enshrined federally in the law. So we took to the streets to get a common man's reaction.
I don't think that anybody's gonna go on strike against sex because it feels so good, and it's also
It feels so good.
sex strike. Sexual sex. I guess that's great for women who can choose not to have sex. Not sure if it's gonna change much.
What if we use our most powerful protesting option and withhold sex from
Wait,
penises
pause it
until
real quick. So if there's so much women's sexual liberation nowadays, and they're the ones proposing it, they're having more sex than most guys nowadays anyways. So how does that make any sense?
Well, it's
not many guys are out there having sex.
Yeah.
Girls have all the power today to choose when they want to have sex. So in fact, they're actually hurting themselves more than anything.
So my question: if girls have power to access to sex, then isn't it their responsibility when they get pregnant?
Oh, you're open a whole can of worms right there.
No,
because this is where the girls really come in, and I'm gonna speak. I'm a woman's advocate. I'm gonna speak for the girl. Like when some of the arguments the girls put out. The argument is, well, he's the one that shot it up in me. That's the argument. That's the go-to argument. I'm being serious right now. I'm actually being serious. That's the go-to argument because what you propose with your argument there. The thing is, they're always gonna come with, well, he shot it up in me.
Yeah, and you let him shoot it up. What, did he force you? You let him shoot it up. I mean, and you knew. I mean, how many more aspects of now? I'm not for the limitation of birth control either. I'm not even for the limitation of Roe versus Wade. But what I'm saying is that we have to place a responsibility where it goes, and you have to fight for your rights.
Accountability is kryptonite, though.
Accountability is kryptonite. But here's the bottom line, dude. A man could put on a condom, or he could try to pull out, which that's. I can't stop. But anyway,
it worked. Yeah. Sometimes you want the money shot.
Escalated rather quickly.
All day I've been putting up with it. But a woman, she can have a condom, she can have an IUD, she can have a pill, she can have various.
But that can affect her hormones. It doesn't make her feel good.
The morning after.
But that makes her feel sick, Grover.
But condom doesn't make her feel bad.
But it doesn't feel good.
Well, then. Does an abortion feel good? I don't know. I'll ask a woman next time. What are we doing here?
I'm just giving you all the different arguments.
Okay.
A woman would give you.
Let's see if a few more people.
I think that's a horrible idea, and that's not an effective way to handle abortion at all.
I don't think it'll be effective. I think it's going to be more aggressive than necessary. I think it's going to be a little bit backwards.
The sex strike protest probably won't.
I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot if it would.
Is that a good or effective approach?
I would say I agree with it.
Really? Now, do you agree with it?
I don't really understand what a sex strike is.
A sex strike is where the girl would not have sex with you.
I think it varies person by person, but yeah, that's a tough one.
I noticed he got very sober after that explanation.
Not surprising.
Yeah. Pause it, because he's trying to get in her pants, and he hasn't sealed the deal yet.
Yeah.
Did you see the distance of them?
Yeah.
He hasn't sealed the deal yet. So.
Hold on. Here's Joy. Here's Joy Behar,
Okay.
America's treasure.
Women in the world have conducted sex strikes in history. We have more power than we think we have, and some of it could be right in the bedroom.
I think that women have the right to do with their bodies whatever they want to do, and so I support people in this movement.
You would be prepared to have your girlfriend or significant other go on a strike until abortion is legal nationally.
Want to do that? They want to live their life. I love them. I'm gonna support them.
You'd be willing to embrace celibacy.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know.
Sam. All right,
He's just doing it for the camera. That's all it is.
Agree with the Roe v. Wade thing. You need to make a good decision on who you're going to have a child with, period. 60% of the who's not our race are suffering from the abortion. We need to make better decisions. Our women need to make better decisions of who they're having children with.
Your reaction to the sex strike idea? You think that's effective?
I think it can be. It's never really. But at the same time, are women really going to do that?
Women been on strike. They've been on strike. Most guys are not with anybody. So what's the difference? What's that going to hurt us?
Right?
Yeah.
What's the difference? How's it gonna hurt us?
Because
they're only giving out to certain guys anyway.
Yeah.
It was sad. What that gentleman pointed out, the loneliness, the estrangement that this recreational sex has created for this generation and the last couple. It's sad because without happy and loving couples, you can't have happy and loving families.
Right?
So
the average guy's not being able to get it in.
So since 80% of the women want the top 20% of the guys,
Pareto
so
principle?
you have an average dude, right?
Let me make it educational. Pareto principle. All right, cool.
So you have
The 80%, 80-20 rule.
So you have an average dude. He's not getting that anyway.
Yeah.
So he's like, what? So you're gonna deprive me of something that I'm already not getting. So I got to go help you get something. But guess what? You're on your own. Mm-hmm. And this is what's happened, ladies. You think the sex strike's gonna work when you're not. When a lot of guys aren't having sex anyway, and then you think the sex strike's gonna work when a Chad comes up? No, you're gonna give it to him. Mm-hmm. You think you're gonna go on a sex strike here? You think, oh, all right,
she gotta crumble under pressure.
She gotta crumble.
She ain't gotta stay on thorough.
She ain't gonna stay on thorough.
She ain't gotta stay on thorough.
With a bunch of bearded niggas, but the niggas was standing thorough. They wasn't falling like fresh.
What she's gonna do is she's gonna sit there. She's gonna be like, dude, Chad, we're chatting to the Chad's gonna come up. She's gonna be like, hi, and throw her legs up in the air, dude. She's gonna be like, my knees go to my ears. I mean, what are we talking about? It's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? Married couples who just got married, they're doing it like rabbits. Stop.
Are they though? Like, so there's some sexless marriages. Referring to our video right here. Yeah, so
not mine. I'll be getting it in.
So anyway, if you can join all the excitement, you can join our TipTube right here.
TipTubes.
Be part of the TipTube membership.
And you know what we're gonna do? If you join, hit us up on any of our social media networks at THPP, at Facebook, at TikTok, anywhere,
Instagram, wherever, Twitter.
You tell us your profile name, tell us that you joined. We will send you a personal message thanking you and welcoming you to the family and letting you know what you will get, and we will start giving you the specials right away.
Yep, and we're going to be producing more content for Patreon and all that. But where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at IamGorilla1 on the gram, and where can you follow this guy at?
ScottT, 3 E's. And then when was the last thing? Oh yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell all the way up. Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling.
Flick that bell. And leave the comments down in the comment section.
Yeah.
About what you think about this whole process.
Yeah.
I don't know what would the question of the day be?
It doesn't need to be a question. You just need to go. Look, I understand it's a controversial topic. I understand that my opinions of it may not be something you want to hear. But guess what? I am also open to hear your opinions. So, just leave the messages down there one way or the other. And, we'll respond back to them if we can.
Yep. And that's about it. And the last burning question of the day.
Ask yourself one burning question, and what is it? Should you handle the tip?
I was gonna say something. We've been too inappropriate.
Booty in your face, we're out.
Just had an abortion? Twins? Damn, double homicide.
Bitch.
Bruh. Emotional damage.
Bonnie nowhere day. Bonnie nowhere day. Bonnie nowhere day.
We found true happiness.